how do you think of the difference of growing up into casting versus getting tossed right in? Like, what's the benefit slash drawback of either one?
I mean, we kind of touched on it before when I talked about the OD Pixel versus Llama Down Under kind of correlation that they have with the scene where when you get to like grow your chops naturally, like you're saying, like an OD Pixel does, I think that it's a lot more beneficial to yourself, really, and the community in general, because the more practice you are, like the higher quality of standard a news broadcaster is going to have to be like, okay, even to get at this basement level, I need to be this good.
Hmm.
Like, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Like, that's kind of the nice thing about it is that like you raise like anytime you put more time to something, you're going to get better at it naturally, as long as you don't just like repetitively make the same mistakes over and over again.
Right.
But so when you look at someone like OD Pixel, you look like someone from Llamas Down Under,
Hmm.
it's I think that I don't get jealous of someone who gets their spot, like their chance really early. Like you would think, like I think that there's some cases where people would get like really jealous of the fact that Llamas Down Under is like only put in 3 or 4 months of casting
Hmm.
and is now all of a sudden getting these huge opportunities, whereas like someone like you or I has been doing this for a really long time
Hmm.
and has put a lot of effort and time into it, and we don't really get those that same opportunity for whatever reason. But like I come, like I said, I come from a background with poker where like your friends would win tournaments and you wouldn't. Only one person can win a tournament.
Yeah.
And so like when your friend like banked a tournament for, $50,000, you're kind of like, shit, like I wish that was me. But at the same time, like you know that you just like need to be happy and excited for your friend.
Yeah.
And like there's no you don't gain anything other than maybe some motivation by being jealous. And it's like
Hmm.
I don't get jealous when that happens, but I think that it's really they're doing themselves a disservice by getting so involved in the scene so early on.
Hmm.
I think that it's basically trial by fire. You're either going to rise to the occasion and very, very, very quickly adjust, or it's gonna happen what happened to Durka, where he gets ripped apart at the beginning, and since he didn't adjust quickly enough, people kind of wrote him off as a caster, and now he's trying to find his way back into it again,
Yeah.
and kind of has to like put in 100 times more effort than he did before, just because people already have a preconceived notion as to how good or bad he is at casting.
Hmm. People have kind of built up this image of him. The people have built up this wall, saying, "Okay, this Durkle is that I don't even know who it is."
It's Durka. Durka.
Oh, Durka. I've seen that name before. Okay, my bad. Sorry, it's my bad.
He's a joint Dota caster.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I've seen that name before. I've seen him in a few of those casts. But anyway, in the case of Durka, where he's kind of like, built up this one bad first impression, and everybody's just all of a sudden, this guy's trash. Write him off. Don't even focus on him. It's kind of like, for some reason, somebody say it was trash. I don't know why. I never watched his earlier commentaries, but I'm just gonna assume that he's trash. I'm never gonna listen to him, and it's like an infectious thing because it keeps growing, and I don't think a lot of people want to ever point that out.
Yeah, for sure. I think that that's kind of what you're probably saying that girl's article was talking about too, is that like when people jump on that kind of bandwagon where it is the sniff type of thing, or hating on Durka or something like that, it's it doesn't leave room for new casters to get criticism, or even established casters to get criticism. Like think about if you're someone like LD, like you have to really trust your like coworkers that you can give them a cast and that they can look at it and give you critiques, or even if you get to the top of the mountain, like, and you
I see
don't
what you did there, because it's a summit. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Holy crap! No,
Yeah.
sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
But so like when you get to the top of the mountain like that, like you don't really have a lot of people you can turn to, because when you look down at the critiques getting thrown up to you are basically like you're saying, sniff, like, oh, T-Tours, like caster is shit. Like you're not getting those like long in-depth critiques from like someone who understands broadcasting as well as you do. And I think I think that even at the top of the scene, they kind of suffer in the same way that you're talking about, because they might fall into that category of, oh, this is a shit caster, and everyone kind of bandwagons on that, even though they don't understand why they're supposed to. And unless they get a ton of help from other people that the new person comes in and they say, I don't know what you're talking about, this guy's a fantastic broadcaster and I love listening to him.
Yeah.
Like until that starts to happen, you're damned as a broadcaster.